so much. It just seems like it's so many injuries, so many accidents, so much death, so many carjacking, so much crime. Before we head over to Chicago, right? Because we going to Chicago right after this. It's so many innocent people that are losing their lives. I don't know what that is. So many innocent people that are getting hurt. I don't know what that is. In this instance, 3 kids was stolen from a 7-Eleven. They was in a car. And so the 3 kids is in a car. Apparently somebody hopped in the car from a 7-Eleven, and then the person that was in the car got into a violent crash.
The kids were still in the car when the chase ended in a violent crash on PCH in Malibu.
Tonight, we're learning new details about this dangerous ordeal. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo live in Westwood this evening, where the children, 2 of them, remain in the hospital tonight. Tim.
Well, Jory, Nico, that entire family here in the hospital now for a second night after this crash that happened yesterday afternoon. We followed it live as it happened, but today we're getting more details filled in from the Sheriff's Department of exactly how that car was stolen in the first place, and now how those children, all under the age of 10, are doing tonight. 3 young children all on the mend at the hospital today after being stuck inside a stolen car, which was involved in a police pursuit that ended in a violent crash. The Sheriff's Department says this sedan was parked at a 7-Eleven on Olympic in East LA Friday evening. Mom left the car running with the kids inside to run inside the store. Deputies say Dad was actually parked next to the running car and saw the suspect hop in the driver's seat and take off with the kids inside. He even tried to jump on the stolen sedan, but was dragged as the carjacker sped off. An hour-long pursuit only ended when another car, turning onto PCH in Malibu, was T-boned. The impact sliding into 2 other cars.
That's crazy. With 3 kids in a car? Ah, that is insane, bro. I wasn't expecting that.
The kids inside. He even tried to jump on the stolen sedan, but was dragged as the carjacker sped off. An hour-long pursuit only ended when another car, turning onto PCH in Malibu, was T-boned. The impact sliding into 2 other cars. That driver spoke with ABC7.
And he got out and ran. Yo, he got out and ran too. Dog, y'all are some monsters out here, bro. Sheesh. And he running.
And my sister was in the car behind me, and I was just hoping they didn't push me far back enough to hit her car.
The kids inside were all hurt, and those whose cars were also bumped in the aftermath of the crash got a first-hand look at the first responders.
Is the kid being picked up off of the concrete?
Hoping
The impact sliding into 2 other cars. That driver spoke with ABC7 off camera.
Brace for impact, and my sister was in the car behind me, and I was just hoping they didn't push me far back enough to hit her car.
The kids inside were all hurt, and those whose cars were also bumped in the aftermath of the crash got a first-hand look at the first responders running right to the children.
It was hard to see them, but I knew that they were well taken care of by the cops, and the ambulance was here really quickly.
The suspect who took off running even after that violent crash was eventually caught. Although one driver we spoke with last night says the suspect made a last-ditch effort to steal another car.
I didn't know it was him. I thought it was a random guy trying to tell us to turn around.
The guy came out of nowhere, came up to the front of my car, came up to my car, opened up my car door, and that's when I hit the gas.
The 3 young children, as well as the elderly driver of the sedan that was broadsided, were all rushed to the hospital, but we're told all have non-life-threatening injuries. The family of the 3 kids have started a GoFundMe, and in the post...
Bruh. This is crazy. What is happening out in these streets, bro? What is happening, bro? Can y'all imagine that? Let's paint the picture for a second. Can you imagine it? A dude, you sitting there with your wife or your girl, right? Your wife. You and your wife is sitting there with y'all 3 kids. Oh, we switch back over. Okay. You and your wife is sitting there with y'all 3 kids. Y'all chilling. She run in because you followed her to 7-Eleven. And at first I was about to say like, oh man, she shouldn't have went in there with the car running. But the man was there. The man was sitting there right there next to the car. They park in a 7-Eleven. Don't worry, it switched over. It switched over to the other internet once it came back on. So you sitting there and everything goes, you know what I'm saying? You at the 7-Eleven, a dude pulls up, jumps in the car of your kid with your kids in it. You jump on the hood and listen, hey man, my kids in the car, and it's dragging you. Dude is dragging you. Because you see, at first I was about to say, man, why he ain't follow him? And then when I found out he got dragged, then he take off with your kids in the car. Then you find out on the news that it was a car crash, and it just so happens to be the car with your kids in it, and the dude is hot tailing it up the freeway. You know what the worst part is about this story? Looking at the children hospitalized. You know what the worst part about this story is? Is that California laws are so lenient, it's a possibility he might get out of jail. California laws are so lenient, it's a possibility that he might get out of jail. You saying it looks like the cops gave him a beating? I don't think that's him. I think that's the kids. That's not him. That's the kids.
Say the 2-year-old, the youngest, has been discharged from the hospital, but the older 2 children will be here for at least another night.
That's the kids. That was a GoFundMe for the kids. That's not him. That's the kids, bro. Y'all said, no, AD, he going. How can we be so sure? California laws are very, very lenient. California laws are very, very lenient. How can you be sure? How can you be sure when the California laws are so lenient the way that it's lenient? Let's see what the GoFundMe is at. It is at 8740 from 125 donations. Malibu car pursuit, 3 children, ages 2 to 7 and 9 were hospitalized after being kidnapped in a carjacking in a single second. 3 children are hospitalized. The youngest is being discharged today. During these hard times, we want to thank all of the people that made it possible for the children to come back safely, for all of the effort put in by strangers to help a terrified mother and a desperate father. And then it's in Spanish. So I'm guessing that the children is Spanish. Organizer is Catherine Tax in Los Angeles. And so that's what it is. So right now it's got 8,700. What do we want to give? What do we want to give? 1K? No, I can't be giving y'all my personal information now. Let me see something. Google, Venmo, credit, debit. Yeah, I can't give y'all my personal info. Hold on. Oh, look at my information about to pop up and everything. Hold on for a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. How much y'all think we should give? I'm gonna let the chat decide. What should we give to this? Chat, y'all in charge today. What should we give? What do we want to give in order to make sure that these people is taken care of? The actual request, let me show y'all what the request is. Let's go back to the actual thing. So this is where they at. They looking for 11K. They got 8740 raised. All right, let me share with y'all what the actual request is. So they looking for 11K, 8740 raised. 500, 1,000, 2,500, 1K in increments, 1,500, 70,000. Okay, nah. 300. How about this? Somebody said, how much do they have left? I think somebody said, how much do they have left? Jordan, one of mine, says how much they have left. 2260. What's the difference? 2260, y'all? What's the difference? 2260? I think somebody did the math. That sounds about right. 2260. All right, so let's do 2260. All right, give me a second. Can't give y'all my personal information. Anton Daniels, card number 572 255 73. All right. Wait a minute. What is this GoFundMe tip thing? Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now let me show y'all what's going on here. All right. What is this GoFundMe tip thing? Why is a tip $400? Why is a tip $400? All right, hold on. Let me figure this out. So the tip is a why is the tip $400? Oh, you gotta okay. All right, so you can give how much? No, the tip is gonna be $100, not $400. So that's more like it. So this is what we gonna do, y'all. All right. So the tip is gonna be $100 for the platform. The tip is gonna be $100 for the platform, and then we're gonna tip the $22.60 in order to make sure that we complete it. All right. All right. So we topped it off. All right. So we topped it off. So fundraiser is done and everything is all set. All right. So we made sure that we donated to the people, and they was looking to raise 11,000. We topped it off, and so everybody is happy. Hopefully the kids find themselves in a better space and they can get their medical bills paid for or whatever like that. All right. So goal reached, and that's the end of that. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Okay? Let me see if there's anything else in the story.
But the older two children will be here for at least another night. Yeah, we are told by family, according to that post, those older children are 7 and 9 years old. 2, 7, and 9, all young kids having to go through that ordeal. As for the suspect, he was hospitalized as well after that chase and being taken down by police officers. No details released about his identity or his charges, but you can imagine he will be facing plenty of those. We're live tonight in Westwood, outside UCLA Medical Center.
Now the only problem that we have, ladies and gentlemen, is that we got to make sure that whoever this culprit is held accountable. Now we got to figure out how the culprit is held accountable. The problem isn't the money. The problem is, how do you stop this from happening in all of these different places? You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is.